Welcome to Data Solution. Hope you are doing well. In this video, we will learn about scheduling tasks in Snowflake. So, a task is a Snowflake object that stores a certain SQL statement. This will be executed at a specific time or a certain interval of time we can specify. So, in this video, we will learn about task, how we can create task and different scheduling method. We will also learn how to create tree of task and with dependency, and finally we also learn about how we can check the task history. So before going forward, I request you viewer to subscribe this channel, and if you find this video helpful, please also like this video, and if you have any question, comment on comment box. Now let's learn the tasks. So for demonstration purpose, I am creating database here, task database. Let's execute, control enter to execute this statement. Now let's also create table for demonstration purpose with this structure. Here customer ID by default I am taking here 5 times 1, first name Newton, and create date, which is date data type. Table is created. Now let's validate table, which is initially empty table. Now let's create task. So syntax of creating tasks is very simple. You can use here create or replace. This is the optional keyword. Do not use in production because it's replace previous tasks. So here I am, for demonstration purpose, I am using here or replace keyword, and then task, then this is the task name. TK means task, then customer underscore insert is the name. This is the name. And here I am using warehouse compute underscore WH warehouse, because in my case only one warehouse. You can use your appropriate warehouse. And schedule, here I am using interval with 1 minutes for demonstration purpose. You can use only for now minutes. Do not support here second, hours or day of week. So if you want to run every hour, then you can use here 60 minutes. So we can learn also by using cron tab. So for now I am using here 1 minutes, and this is the syntax of actual syntax of tasks. So it's execute this statement on every minute. So let's create task. Task is created. Now let's see the task. Here is the task created, and initially this is the suspended. To start this task, we have to use here resume. So you can resume or start with this statement, alter task, then task name, then you can write here resume. So let's execute. You can also stop by using suspend command. So now let's see again. This is the task name, this is the database in which task is created, and this is the schema. Account owner is account admin, and this is the warehouse, and schedule time is 1 minute, and state is started. Okay, and this is the definition of task, actual task, which is SQL statement. Now after 1 minute you can see here the records. So let's wait for 1 minute. You can see here after 1 minute or 2 minutes, two record inserted with this SQL statement. Okay, by default 111, and first name by default Newton, and created date, here I am using current date. So if you want to suspend again, you can run this statement. Now let's see using cron tab. If you want to run every hour, then you can use here 60 minutes. Now let's learn cron tab for scheduling purpose. If you know Linux, then you can also know the cron tasks. So let's understand. First start is the minute, second start is the hour, and third is day, fourth is month, and last is day of weeks. So if you want to run every minute, then you can use here star star star. If you want to run at 10 a.m., then you can use here 0, then 10, and if you want to run on 10 to 6 p.m., then you can use here the range of value 10 to 18. 18 means 6 p.m. Okay, so if we want to run at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m., then you can use here comma separated value. So this is the task run at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. So let's execute. Task is created and you can see here this value, schedule time 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. Okay, you can also schedule using cron tab, and this is the time zone of scheduling. Okay, so now let's resume test tasks, and task is created, and after this task run at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. So now again we replace this task for another topic. Let's create, and let's create revert back for 1 minute and resume again this task. Okay, see this task for 1 minute and task is executed. Now let's validate. Initially this table is empty. Now let's learn the tree of tasks. You can also create parent tasks, child tasks, tasks after tasks. This is the structure of tasks. This is the root tasks. After root tasks, this tasks run. You can also create another task. For example, task A. This is the parent task. This is the child task. And after this task, you can also create another child task. So you can create up to 100 child tasks, and each child task only one parent task. So let's move to Snowflake Web UI. Let's demonstrate. Here I am creating another table for demonstration for child tasks. First we have to suspend parent tasks. So use here alter task, then task name, then suspend. So suspend this task. Now let's create child tasks. Create or replace. This is the task name of child tasks. Here I am using 2 and warehouse, compute warehouse after parent task. This is the parent task, and after run this task, this SQL statement executed. Here I am using insert into customer 2, which is here created, and select star from customer. So let's execute this statement. Task customer underscore insert 2, which is child task created. Now let's create third table for creating another child task with this structure. Now let's create another child task. Here warehouse using, and this is the task name, and warehouse using compute underscore wh after tk underscore customer underscore insert 2, which is created here. Okay, after running this task, third child task executed. So SQL statement is insert into customer 3, and this is the column name, and this is the customer 2, select star from customer 2. Okay, so let's execute. Third child task created. You can see here. Okay, all these tasks is initially suspended, and this is the warehouse and this is the schedule. Okay, you can also alter schedule using this command, alter task then task name, set schedule equal to 1 minute. Okay, and if you want to resume this task, first we have to resume child task then parent task. So first execute here parent task. You can see here the error, and if you run this task, then you can not run. So first we need to suspend parent task. Okay, then run child task first. Here child task executed, and then parent task. Now all tasks you can see here started. You can see here they started. Okay, now you can see here the value is inserted, and after 1 minute you can see also in other table. So let's suspend and let's move to another topic. You can see at your example. Now let's create procedure to call in tasks. So let's recreate again this table. Table and database is created again. Now let's create procedure. Here I am creating simple procedure for demonstration purpose. Create or replace, this is the procedure name and this is the parameter, and return is string, and here I am putting for simplicity purpose null, and language is JavaScript. This is the syntax of procedure. Okay, simple procedure. So let's create this procedure. I will put all these SQL statement into description box. You can copy from there and you can practice. Okay, now let's create tasks to call procedure. So here syntax is simple: create or replace. This is the task name as we create previously, and this is the warehouse, and schedule is interval 1 minute, and as call, this is the procedure name and this is the parameter which we which we refer to this create date. Okay, so let's execute this statement. This is the task created, and you can see here the suspended, and this is the definition of task, and initially this is the empty table. Now let's resume. After 1 minute this procedure is created. Okay, after 1 minute one record inserted. Okay, so let's wait for 1 minute. After 1 minute you can see here the records inserted into customer table. Okay, you can also see the history of tasks using table function task history. You select star from, this is the table function name, information schema underscore task history to see the task history. This is the all tasks running in this database. Okay, you can also use here the interval before 4 hour, and this is the limit of result, and you can specify here the task name. This is the task name sp underscore customer underscore task. So let's execute. No, this is the task name. Okay, and now you can see here the result of task. Okay, succeeded. This is the fail because cannot execute task not found. Okay, using this table function task history you can see the history of task execution, which is a succeed or fail. You can check from this SQL function, and this is the links for documentation of creating tasks. So that's all about in this video. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe the channel and give thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.